Biur al drushanal, lahavin biur advarim, to understand the explanation of these ideas. Al pasuk Viamer Yehonathan machar chodesh chulu, that Yehonathan said, tomorrow is the new moon. We first need to preface the idea that Yisrael counts in accordance with the moon. And the idol worshippers count in accordance with the sun. And the concept is the that the sun and the moon, which are Zo and Nukva, they also correspond with that godliness as it encompasses all the worlds, and godliness as it fills all the worlds. And they're also called the heavens and the earth. So that's the sun and the moon, Za and Nukva, Suviv and Memale, and Shemayim and Aretz. Now the idol worshippers say that Hashem has abandoned the earth. Like the pasuk says that Hashem is exalted above the nations, ala Shemayim kvodo, that his honors upon the heavens, and he does not concern himself with the lowly. That's their svara. And therefore they count in accordance with the sun. That's the concept of the heavens. Because that's where they think Hashem is. Not down here, he's up there in the Makifim. Like the pasuk says that he's exalted where he sits. Meaning he sits in the exalted place. Therefore he would come down to see in the heavens and the earth. So we say that he's exalted, but he comes down. He's also down here. That we count in accordance with the moon, Shum Malchus, Mekor de Biyaur, Memalakol Almin, which is the source of Yitzirasiyah. That's Malchus, which corresponds with the moon, and the Aretz, as he fills all the earth. V'nikragam Aretz, V'aynu ki ani avai b'kerev ha'aretz chulu. And that is that it says, I am Hashem in the midst of the earth, that he says, and by Yitzias Mitzrayim. And look what it says in the verse, that to Hashem is the earth and all that fills it. The concept of Memalakol Almin. And this is what it says, that this nation I formed for myself. Perush Ramaz, Suf Parshas Shoftim, and Ramaz explains in the end of Shoftim, B'daf Ayin Reish Hey Suf Amaral Shenikra Amzu. Why are we called this nation? Shemechabrin Zayin Lavav. Because with the nation that unites the Zayin to the Vav, Vav Huzeran Pin Bechinas Shemesh. Because the Vav is Zah, the 6 midos, the concept of the sun, V'Zayin Bechinas Malchus Levana, and Zayin is the concept of the 7th level, Malchus, which is the moon, that we would unite the moon to the sun. V'Ha'erev Rav Amru Ki Boshesh Moshe, and the Erev Rav said that Moshe has, so to speak, embarrassed, has not come down yet. Ba'ushesh v'adayin lo ba'ad, meaning to say that has come 6 and he has not come yet. Meaning to say va'asu pirud bein vav lezayin, that they made a separation between the vav and the zayin, that the vav has not united with the zayin. Al derech, like we have explained, she'amru ala shamayim kvodo, that they said, upon the heavens is his honor, v'nu mashkiach bashvalim al yidei midas malchus, that it does not concern himself with the lowly through the attribute of malchus and ikra zayin, which is called the 7th level. Balkin asu egel, and therefore they made the egel hamshich mipnei shor chulu, to draw down from the face of the ox. That since he's above, we have to draw down in a different way. So they said, let's get from the mazalos. Mimenu lamazal shor, and from the supernal ox. to get to the mazel shor, to the astronomical sign of the ox. That in their mind, that is what overcame the mazel of the sheep. I guess the Mitzrayim, they worship the sheep. So if you want to, instead of attributing it to Hashem, attribute it to the mazalos, you'll say, oh, the mazel sure overruled the mazel tleh. Like it is explained in another place, instead of realizing that it's Hashem. And that makes a period between the vav and the zayin. But Israel are called this nation, the nation of Zu, because they unite them. That's the concept of the mezuzah, that unite the concept of Zu with Zeh. And that's why the pasuk says, until it passes over the nation, this nation that you acquired, meaning with the amzu. And what's this acquisition? Because the concept of acquisition is very high. Meaning with the concept of that the Holy One, blessed be He, had three acquisitions. Shem Gimel Rishonos, that the three acquisitions refer to the three highest levels, Shalamaylam Zayin Sfiros Abinyan, that are higher than the seven Sfiros of the building. Because if we say that the Vav and the Zayin are Zan Nukva, so acquiring these things is elevating them or giving hashpah from the three Rishonos of Chochmah Bin Adas, Ba'al. And one of the three acquisitions is Yisrael, because they're called this nation, so their acquisition is to bring them up to the Mochin. Now this word Zu is Gematria 13. That through this we draw down the 13 attributes of mercy. The 13 attributes of mercy are called Zun sometimes. So that's the Yud Gimel, which is Zah Nukva, the Vav, and the Zayin, which is 13. And it's known there's Midos as they are in Zah and as they are in Keser. There's different Yud Gimel Midos. The Yud Gimel Midos of Moshe and the Midos by the Egel and by the Meraglim. And these are also the 13 attributes that the Torah is learned out from, the 13 in Zah. And that is because the sun and the moon are also the written Torah and the oral Torah of Zehu Inyan Shemun in Lilavan, and that's the idea that we count in accordance with the moon. And this hints to the fact that he is beyond the concept of encompassing the worlds and filling the worlds. And that's why we say that he is exalted in his sitting. And that's because, and therefore the heavens and the earth are equal in front of him. So to the sun and the moon. And you can further understand this that we count in accordance with the moon. That's because the moon is there both day and night. That just like this, and then the idol worshippers count in accordance with the sun, just like the sun only rules during the day. And the concept is that you cannot have a day without a night. That it first has to be dark. That's because the greatness of light comes from the dark specifically. So you have to have a night together with the day. Because from that which you flip darkness to light, that's where the light comes from. So you have to have both night and day in order to have the light. And from this comes from the concept of the that he placed darkness as his hiding place, that it should come to a concept of light and revelation. Therefore Israel counts in accordance with the moon, that shines, it's the light in the darkness. Where do you have a light in the darkness? Only the moon lights the darkness. So that's the concept of flipping darkness to light. And this world is compared to the nighttime. And through this, you will have a great light. You will come and shine in the time to come with a great light. And that's as it says, that the light of the moon will shine like the light of the sun. Which is not the case with the idol worshippers who count in accordance with the sun. That this world to them is a daytime without a night first. That's why it says in Shir Hashirim, who is this who shines like the morning, that's beautiful like the moon. And only afterwards clear as like the sun. And that's what it says, and will be one day, it will be known to Hashem, that is a day that will be revealed, the concept of Yom Echad, the concept of Echad will be revealed on that day. Like the pasuk says that on that day will be Hashem as one. That wasn't mean Yom Echad. It was evening and it was morning, and one day that there was only one thing in the world, and that was a Kadosh Baruch Hu. He was unique and alone in the world. It was evening and it was morning, day one, Yom Echad. So to this that it says on that day will be Hashem Echad, will be like that first day of creation. Even though this was afterwards, when you have the worlds and the creations. Nonetheless, he will still reveal his unity, how he is alone. Look what it says about this idea that on one day in Zohar Nasa, that brings that one day refers to Arich. That on one day, according to the Ramaz, in Zohar Emor, this refers to the day of Shavuos, Yom Echad, which is one day, I guess, as opposed to the holidays we have 7 days. Why is Shavuos one day? Because that's the 50th gate. Similar to the order that says that Yom Echad is Arich. And it's also drawn down to the Sfiros, the 7 complete Shabbases, the Pirush Tamimos. What does it mean complete? Is for Mehalayla, that it's complete because you started to count from the nighttime and not from the day. So you have a whole day, the night and the day. Like we said here, that the nighttime is what brings the light. That you have the nighttime and the daytime. So to the mitzvah of the Korban Omer, that you cut in the nighttime to bring in the day. That is in order to flip the darkness into light, because that's the whole point of it, of the Korban Omer, and of the Sfiras Omer, and of getting to Shavuos, that Yom Echad, the Shavuos, because it's a complete day, which is the nighttime and the daytime, and that's the concept of the moon, that will shine like the sun. When Mashiach comes, that it shines the nighttime, and that's why Yisrael is moon in Levana. Hazai dafka hem Shabbosos tmimos chulu. That's when their complete Shabbos is. Va'azmir b'chinas yom echad chulu. Then shines the concept of the one day. V'zeu lahagid baboker chastechad lasid lavo. And that's the idea of to tell your kindness in the morning, in the time to come. That's the morning. The morning of lasid lavo. Through that our trustworthiness and our avoda in the nighttime. And like it says in another place, and Rashi explains on this pasuk in Tehillim.